I was thinking of a couple things from my past and stories about my dad. And I think as men, we can be pretty confused by how our dad tries to communicate, especially when we're younger, or show us love or respect or what things mean. And something can happen and it can make us feel less than and weak. Something can happen, it can make us feel powerful and strong, can make us feel good, make us feel bad. And I was thinking about this story I wanted to share with you guys. I was like 15, no, I was 16. My parents were going through a divorce, they weren't divorced yet. And I don't remember why this happened, but my dad started trying to push me and push me. He wouldn't hit me, he would just push out his chest and push into me, and he was like pushing me around the living room. I remember it like bothered me, it bothered me, it bothered me. And then I just pushed him. And he hits the wall. It wasn't really that bad, but it was enough. And he just moved in a house, but the furniture came with the house. It was some cheap, shitty artwork. It was like, I don't know, nothing. And it fell, and he was just like enraged. And I remember going, oh, okay, I guess we're fighting. I didn't think we were fighting. So now he's trying to hit me. And I remember feeling kind of bad because I wasn't a skilled fighter, but I was 16, he was in his 40s, so I guess I just had the advantage of being 16 and blocking things. And I roll him over and I grab his arms, and he wasn't stronger than me, and I didn't know that until that exact moment. And I remember the moment where he was so mad, and then I could just feel his power drain. So I never really hit him. He never hit me because he was very bad. But I guess I knew that I had the upper hand. And some of you may have had something like that where you knew maybe you were afraid and he was way bigger than you and you felt you had to be subservient. Or maybe you beat the hell out of him and now you know you're in charge. You think you're the Mike Tyson of the household. And some of these things can be about dominance, about love, about respect. And I thought of that before I go into this next story of how we interpret those things as a young man. Like, did that mean my dad was trying to initiate me? Did that mean my dad was trying to bully me? Did that mean my dad loved me? And our mind made it mean something, right? But maybe it doesn't make much sense. And sometimes it can be more direct of you actually talking with your dad about respect, or you felt disrespected. And I was thinking back to this other story. I was driving with my dad. I was older now, probably like 22. It was my dad died when I was 24. It was one of my main last memories. For whatever reason, it just sticks out. We were driving across, I think, Alligator Alley, so down in Florida. And my dad had a problem with pills. He had a problem with numerous drugs, but at this point it was pills. I think it was Oxycontin for a while, and then I believe it was that stuff called Suboxone that tries to make you get off that. But I don't know. And he had it in like a little gum wrapper thing, when you have like 5 sticks of Wrigley's gum, and like hid that and was trying to take it while I was driving, and I like yelled at him. I was like, hey, I can see you. Like, you just took drugs in front of me. No, I didn't. I was like, do you want me to pull over? And I don't know how I had the courage. It's like, I can pull over the truck, I'm driving. Like, I had enough courage. Not that much, but I guess enough to say that, 22. And he's like, fine. And he looks at me and he smiles. And I'll never forget what he said because it was so weird for me to internalize. And that's why I want to tell the story. Because you guys may have had your own version of this. And he's like, I hate you and I respect you. And I was like, I remember being 22 and going, all right, so that's kind of like I love you and I hate you. Like, I felt good and I felt bad. And I was like, is this a good thing that my dad, he does respect me, but he also hates me? Like, what is this? And it's interesting how with what our dad says or doesn't say, our identity can be shaped. Because part of me liked that, part of me didn't, right? And for some of us, it can be the things that dad never said. Dad pushed you so much because he wanted you to be good or better than he was or not like him, or he didn't push you. He didn't want you to be like him. He wanted to feel he was better than you, whatever it is. And these things that we interpret or, internalize from our dads. I was thinking about it and walking back from the chiropractor. Yeah, it really made me think, like, in an even deeper level, how these things impact us. Which dad did you have? The dad that pushed you so much to make you grow, or that's what he thought? The dad that maybe he was at the house, but he wasn't really around. He wasn't emotionally there. Or he might have been scared to see you grow or not want to see your feelings get hurt, so he didn't say much. Just like, oh, I love you, son. Or maybe he never said that. And to think about how these things impact you. And the cool thing, you can get stuck in a healing loop that never ends of figuring it out, and maybe or you can go, what did I like about that? What did I appreciate about that? Like, I liked that my dad told me he respected me. He said a bunch of other mean shit, but also I liked that I got that. Because I think in life, we look at someone's life and go, their parents were great at this, or they had money, or they grew up and their parents were healthy, so they didn't get fat like the other kids in America, or every guy grows up with parents, and it doesn't matter who they are, where you're gonna have some advantages and some disadvantages. You can have so many disadvantages that it seems like everything is against you, that actually can be an advantage. Because it was so painful, maybe you can't go down. You can only go up. You have so much pain that it inspires you, it motivates you, it lights a fire underneath you. So what did your dad say or not say to you? How do you think that impacted your ability to show up as a man? Did it make you stronger? Did it make you weaker? Did it make you more submissive, more dominant? Did it make you more alpha, more beta? Or then you got older and you realized to think you can only be this kind of man or this kind of man is a pretty limiting context. You're either an alpha or beta instead of, are you saying, Phil, you mean a sigma and an omega? Maybe, or maybe 100 other different variations of who you are as a man. It's natural on some level that we're gonna listen or take things differently if they come from our father. Mom is like our first love in a way, but our father is the one like us. If you're a cat in the house and there's a cat and a dog, you're gonna connect with the cat differently because you're the same species. And sometimes in those moments, we can have a part of us that was excited, a part of us that was really hurt with what our dad said or didn't say. And maybe it's healing. Sometimes we're on these long, never-ending healing journeys in personal development, and you might not need as much healing as you think, or being in a healing loop can be the disempowering thing, or sometimes we're a guy that's just going to prove our worth. And sometimes there's just parts of us that are out of alignment, and they need to connect, they need to integrate. Like, this part of me was hurt when my dad said this. Okay. This part of me felt good. Okay. And how those parts can understand each other. Because we can have one hurt part of us as a kid that happened when we were 5 or 10 that our dad said something dads didn't say. And now we carry this pain as a man. or we can ignore all those other parts of us that feel like we have this internal conflict and just push forward and prove how good we are, but feel something's off or something's missing inside. Or again, we can go to so many plant medicine seminars, coaches, ayahuasca. I've done all those things as well, but where it never ends because it's, I need to be whole, I need to heal, I'm not enough. So based on your dad, what he said, what he didn't say, how it did shape or didn't shape you, how did that cause you to feel? And what kind of identity did it cause for you to show up as? Because of who he was or who he wasn't, who did you become? Something to think about. Thank you for tuning in. See you guys soon.